Hey, what's up you guys? After Reacts here, and today I'm going to be reacting to some more iZombie. This is season 1, episode 3, titled The Exterminator. So let's get into it.
You're too easy. What a wuss. Jackass. That was quality
That
B-roll.
didn't even make me jump.
Hey, think that'd make a good shot? Now who's a wuss?
Maybe you should be a wuss. It's okay to be a wuss. I'm a wuss.
What are
Let's
you
go.
doing?
Let's be wusses together.
There's a hobo in there, man. We can put him in the movie.
Goodbye to your arm.
I'm hungry. Are you hungry?
Okay, this is interesting. I set up a Google alert for the search term Seattle zombie.
Me too. No, I signed up for Z-Day.
You joke, but this could be as close as we get to an early warning system. A teenager posted a picture on his Facebook, claims it's a zombie. Check out the location. An abandoned shipyard on the shore of Lake Washington. Well, less than a mile from where you got turned into a zombie.
Fine. We'll go zombie hunting. Solve murders, find zombies. Why don't you ever suggest anything whimsical?
What's going on? You keep getting texts that disappoint you.
They're not the texts that I want.
I hate to pry, but
Said the man who keeps asking me for my urine samples. I
personal.
hit on my ex-fiance.
You have an ex-fiance?
Yes. Who I broke up with because I'm partially dead. I didn't want to risk giving him the big Z, but then I ate the brain of Seattle's most sensual painter, and I tried to jump my ex's bones.
You texted your apology. It seems to beg for a face-to-face conversation, don't you think?
I am too hungry right now to work out if you're joking or not. Your skull just turned into a giant animated ham.
Well, Marvin Webster here, family man, 2 kids, suburbs, owner-operator of SeaTac Bug Whack until someone ran him over in the whole lot of car park.
In my old life, I was a lot of things. A doctor, a fiance, a fan of Pilates. Now I'm only one thing. I'm a stomach, hunger incarnate.
That's hot. I think I saw that exact pose in the centerfold of Zombie Playboy.
You shouldn't be here, Wayne.
Why'd you stand me up last night? You were bringing me some of your bountiful brain supply, remember?
I have to get back to work.
Right. Work here in the bottomless buffet of brains, ripe for Tupperware.
You made me this thing. I don't trust you. I may not think you're a murderer, but I think you're likely still the same drug-dealing knob who groped me on that boat.
So it's every zombie for himself, huh?
Guess so. Hey, what are we celebrating?
The Wally Walker murder case. High-tech whiz kid mugged and murdered in a park. Heard of it?
Nope, but here's to Wally's untimely demise.
So, that is Wally Walker's widow. And that eye candy is Walker's angel investor. He offered a reward for any information leading to the killer's arrest.
Oh my god, it's you in your power suit.
Hell yeah, it is! My first murder case. I'm officially on my way. The DA is putting a lot of faith in me. So,
Okay, you're a
can you help
lawyer?
me prep my cross?
Is there a question?
Oh, just the obvious one. How do these items come to be in your possession?
I was in the park looking for a place to sleep. I stumbled upon his body. I took his shoes and his wallet. It didn't seem like he needed them any longer.
Wait a minute, okay? The money is coming. I swear to God, I'm gonna pay it all off. Just tell him the money's coming.
That's what they all say.
I killed him.
Hey, no, I'm not that good.
Beloved tech innovator mugged and murdered just before his company goes public. But the city's finest get their man. A drifter with a record, the city's safe, everyone's happy. Here's the thing. The drifter didn't kill Wally Walker. The poor schmo did. Marvin Webster, our hit-and-run victim, I had a vision of him murdering Wally Walker.
This is important. When you had the vision, were you holding an apple bong? You want me to go to my boss and tell them to stop a high-profile murder trial because the morgue medium said so?
The victim was shot downward in the head from point-blank range While on his knees, that's not a mugging, that's an execution.
It's up to the courts to decide if Gus Williams is innocent.
He is innocent. What more do you need than I saw somebody else commit the murder?
I need evidence. I can't go to the powers that be with this.
You'd rather send an innocent man to jail than rock the boat. Well, I'd rather sleep at night. Marvin Webster had quite the superiority complex and zero empathy, and was a hitman. Son of a bitch, I ate the brains of a sociopath.
So you haven't seen it?
So the girl was on the revenge.
Are you like in shock or?
No, I'm just... nothing.
So you don't want to mention that her laugh is annoying or question why they're this friggin' excited about Jenga?
Not really. And now the day I've dreaded is here. He's moving on. I should really be feeling something.
But you're not because of the brain you ate.
So how's this brain treating you?
Like the lone contestant on Bizarro Jeopardy. Aside from that, I'm totally numb. Things that should upset me just bounce right off.
That could have its upside.
It's actually kind of disturbing.
There's something in there.
Marcy.
Who's that?
Marcy was a fellow resident at the hospital. She invited me to the boat party where I was
Oh,
turned
that was
into a
her.
zombie. I went to her funeral. Her mom was a mess.
Are you sure it's her?
I recognized the necklace.
Did you just throw a rock at her? Stop that!
Why? She doesn't care.
Still, I know your system is swirling with hitman brains, but let's remember to do unto others.
Because that could be me, right?
We don't know for sure. I mean, what happens if a zombie this far gone gets to feed? Marcy, lunchtime. When we come back, hopefully we find a very confused cardiac resident. Sound good?
New information kind of fell in my lap. Wally did have serious gambling debts. Come help me lean on his bookie, don't make me beg. Whoever ran down Marvin probably hired him to kill Wally. 2 murders, 1 case. Come on, work with me here.
You are making quite a leap here. You got a name for this bookie?
Frank Smith.
Former Seattle cop, current owner of Smitty's Bar and Grill, and bookmaker to half the cops in the city.
Great, it's a cop bar. Everyone will have badges, we'll blend right in.
Welcome to Whitey Whitesville.
Oh my gosh.
What do you think we're blending so far?
I dream of Judy!
Trivia Masters, that is. Get out your pens. It's Trivia Tuesday!
Cimarron, 1931. Yeah, I'm horribly offended. Are you cool with me naming our trivia team Piggy in the Brain?
Somebody'd be down in a few.
Oh, thanks.
Mail.
Yeah, Wally Walker owed me money. A lot of it. He died owing me money. Now, you mind explaining to me why this is your freaking business?
And the winner with a perfect score is Piggy and the Brain.
We're hoping you could tell
I
us
wanna
when you
go to
last saw
trivia
Wally
night.
Walker.
June 8th, the night he died.
So the man owed you a lot of money and ended up dead later that night.
Congratulations. Say cheese.
Suzuki's your lieutenant, huh? He likes to get a few bucks on the Seahawks from time to time. I should check in with him. Let him know how thorough a job you're doing.
Let's go live. You could throw away your own career.
Look who won on June 8th.
Marvin Webster. He was here the same night Wally came to ask for Smitty for more time. Mrs. Webster, we're with the Seattle Police Department. We're investigating your husband's death. We have reason to believe the person who ran him over might have been someone he knew. We're hoping you might let us look through your husband's personal effects.
It's about time. Mrs. Webster was sure cool with us poking around down here.
Mrs. Webster doesn't mind us going through his stuff because she feels like he has nothing to hide. She has no idea what he was.
Alright, that was not a hit and run.
I saw the hit and run. It was definitely intentional. It hit him once and then backed over him to finish the job. The car that ran over Marvin was orange. I caught the first few letters at the plate.
Look what Marvin keeps in his tool chest. It's a Glock with a suppressor.
The gun that killed Wally Walker. How do you feel about telling your lieutenant now? I'm looking at pictures of cars just like they'll force me to do if I wind up in hell.
Hey, how about doing a sketch of the taillight and I'll run with it?
Kind of annoying that we didn't come up with that an hour ago, but I'm on it.
Your detective buddy blew up my case, so there wasn't much to do. They released Gus Williams.
Someone else had the murder weapon. The gambling angle was never fully investigated.
You read my files, didn't you? My confidential file.
You want me to feel bad? You would have sent an innocent man to jail. It has nothing to do with you.
No, but it does. It does.
No, it doesn't.
I get that you had to do what you think is right, but you could at least feel bad about it.
She can't care right now, but you don't
His
know
brain's
that.
a monitor worst. My closest friend in the world, and I couldn't even muster up an apology.
I feel duty-bound to remind you about Wally Walker. You eat her, no more Marvin visions. And whoever hired him to kill Wally likely gets away with it.
See, I know you're right, and I'll rally, but nothing. His brain scared the hell out of me.
I want to go to the tank tomorrow to check on Marcy. I'm working on a safe way to gather samples, and then we search for any sign of improvement.
And if there's none?
Oh, there's every chance there will be.
I need your help. Joe and I have been upstairs for the past 2 hours getting a master class of me ignored by the cops. Sorry I haven't responded to your text message, but...
My roommate took his skateboard out. Said he was going to the park for a couple hours. That was 4 days ago.
Major is a counselor at Helton Shelter, a halfway house for teen runaways, delinquents, addicts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You reported it to Major, and now they're here.
No, we're not just here. Right? We've been riding the police for the last 3 days. We've done absolutely nothing.
Gotta ask, you sure Eddie didn't just take off? He wouldn't be the first shelter kid to jet.
He was doing really well.
His iPod is still in his stock. Okay, if you knew Eddie, you know he didn't plan on leaving. He'd go to Nitro's, the skate park near Helton. He started going less, though. Some scary dude hanging around. Eddie said people called him the Candy Man because he was passing out Utopium like there was jelly beans.
Nice kicks.
Section 8 of the flag code states that the American flag should never be used as apparel.
Yeah,
although enforcement of the code
even
conflicts with
not
your First
that,
Amendment right to freedom of
they don't
speech.
match.
You really think you could do better than my boy here?
Jerome, I'll see you around.
Yeah.
I don't get it, man.
1978 Landau. Note the taillights. I got us down to one car. I found it listed in the local car trader, and guess what? The owner sold it the day before Marvin was murdered.
I can't believe the guy I sold it to killed someone.
Any information you could give us about him would be helpful.
Well, that's the thing. He was very specific about not wanting to give his name. I already recognized the guy. The guy's been all over the news lately. There was another picture of him in the paper a couple days ago.
The guy who collected the reward for turning in Gus Williams?
No, not him. Him.
Don Watts? That's Wally Walker's angel investor. He offered the reward.
Ever been to Luli Yang in the Fairmont Olympics? She does women's high fashion, but she'll make an exception as a favor. I can make a call.
Let's talk cars instead. Yours. We caught a teenager joyriding in it. He claims that he found it with the windows down and the keys in the ignition. It had Marvin Webster's blood and hair on the bumper.
Who's Marvin Webster?
We believe he murdered your business partner, Wally Walker. We know that this was the car that ran Marvin Webster over. And we know that you paid cash for this car the day before the murder.
Oh, that 78 Landau.
My client appeared here as a courtesy. If you had anything to charge him with, you'd do it. Let's go, Don.
I don't know. I kind of want to hear how this story ends.
He needed fast cash, so he was gonna sell out to the boys in Redmond rather than wait and go public like you wanted. You took care of the problem. Cell phone records show you were called from a disposable cell phone 45 minutes before Marvin Webster was run over. What was that call about?
How would I know? I'm sorry, did you say you found this disposable phone on this hitman? No, I guess not. But this Marvin Webster business, never met the man. Good luck proving that.
Well, we placing you under arrest for vehicular manslaughter.
You said he was a murderer, right? It's just another example of my tireless work on behalf of the good people of Seattle.
I mean, you just killed
This
someone
arrest may
then.
get me elected mayor.
You
How
can't.
many days do you really think I'll spend behind bars? Be honest.
I have an idea how we can put them together. Get your vision cap on. The last place Marvin drove should be where he was killed.
That's where it happened. It's a match.
All right, so here's where he was before that. Professional hitmen don't do business over the phone. If you set up a meeting after the first call, it could be any of these.
The last thing I want to do is have another flood
That's
of
if you put the
psychopathic thoughts bringing out
GPS
my
stuff
inner
in.
bitch.
You gave me a price, I met it. We're paid up.
Anybody gonna miss you when you're gone, son?
Gentlemen, can you take this elsewhere? Truck's coming through.
There was a witness, a garbage man. I couldn't see his face, but if we can find him, we can prove that Watts met with the Exterminator.
I tracked down the sanitation crew that worked the street that day.
And the closer
It's
we get
interesting
to
when he
Marcy,
just believes
the
her
faster
now.
I become.
She may well be better.
I mean, she's been right so far.
You always feel better after a good brain.
I can see Ravi's hope for what it is. Fear. He can't deal with what it means if Marcy hasn't improved.
Marcy? I'm here with Liv Moore. She worked at the hospital with you. You were a resident there? Marcy?
Maybe she needs to eat a certain amount.
It didn't work. We have to kill it.
Her. She's a person.
She's a time bomb. What if she'd scratched that kid who took the photo? What if someone stumbled in here and fell in?
You are talking about killing somebody. What if that were you down there?
I'd hope someone would put me out of my misery.
This isn't you. This is that sicko in your head.
Careful. I did just say be careful.
A little help. You're all right. You're all right.
How do we get out of here?
Liv, I'm fine. You saved me. All that sociopath swimming through your system, and you still found your way through. This brain, it's not who you are.
You wanted to get rid of Wally Walker, so you hired Marvin Webster to kill him.
Who's this Marvin Webster you keep talking about?
The dead man who called you on 2 occasions just before you ran him over in your newly purchased 1978 Landau.
From a disposable phone that you don't have.
You know, I'll need things like the address where you and Marvin met,
Stone Trail Dog Park?
the kind of car you were driving at that meeting.
Silver. Luxury.
But probably the most helpful bit of information is the conversation our witness overheard.
What witness? Do something, Harry.
Let's walk out, Don.
Don't you want to stay and hear how the story ends, Don? It was garbage day. Remember?
I'm authorized to offer you this one-time only plea deal. 30 years for each homicide, but you'll serve them concurrently.
Get up and walk out, Don.
One time only. With good behavior, you could still have some quality years on the outside.
The story ends, Don. You signing that confession.
He started out so cocky.
I never knew orange safety gear would be so flattering.
Ah.
Positively rugged.
You were totally convincing. You held that coffee cup with real blue-collar machismo.
That was
Wow.
thrilling. I'm almost glad the
Smart.
sanitation officer couldn't remember anything.
Marvin Webster's brains. The worst I've ever had. I've been a zombie for months, but I never felt like a monster until I ate Marvin. But now that he's almost out of my system, I'm desperate for another hit. After what I did to Marcy, do I really want to feel that? One bite will make it all just float away. But I can't let it float away. Whatever I feel won't be a fraction of what Marcy went through, alone in the dark. She was a person. And I killed her. Really feeling it doesn't make it stop. It just shows you you're still alive.
I wonder if he's a zombie. Actually, I'm really curious what a black zombie would look like, because they obviously make their skin a lot whiter. So I'm curious.
Are you serious?
Yeah. They would do there.
Where is he? Is he okay? We'll have you to him in no time.
Uh-oh. Alright. Rightio, well that was iZombie Season 1, Episode 3. She got to walk in a sociopath's shoes for a day. We also saw a rabid zombie. That was not fun for me. I don't like it. But yeah, I wonder if, like, having been given brains, like, for, like, 3 or 4 days in a row, maybe she would have come back? I don't know. But I guess we'll never know for that specific case. I like that they didn't just, like, they didn't find the witness. Instead, they kind of tricked him into confessing. So that was... I liked that. I thought that was cool. Especially since he started the conversation so cocky. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next one.